Hey, welcome back. Let me open our save here. Okay, so where were we? We are traveling to Gen's hideout. Let's do it. Let's watch the animation again, and then let's do it. I like how weird this looks. It looks like a terrain generation glitch in like Minecraft. Yeah, as was pointed out in the comments of the last video, it's yet more evidence that Gen is not good at his job. And we're in another cage because Gen is hot about security. And knows where all the locations of all of his books point to. So let's press the doorbell. And we finally get to meet the man. Hi.
I apologize for the cage. I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gen. I assume you've heard of me. Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that, well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes. I even tried to kill him once. God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed. To be sure, the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one.
Oh, that good salamander juice.
I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer.
What do you suppose that tastes like?
Atris's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven, and many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the 5th age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in, well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety. In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. It seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them. And as far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people. I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atreus desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state. Which brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may.
Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
Thank you.
See? It's a totally normal linking book. Nothing weird about it at all. Go ahead. Do it.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Well, I don't think that's necessary. You go on ahead.
You may need some time to decide. That is reasonable. Until then, as a token of my good intentions, I will allow you free access to my linking books, crude though they may be, and to the rest of the Fifth Age. Please understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Atreus and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary I've been writing for the islanders is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it. The work I am doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book. The switch will reset itself once you link from here.
Okay, well. Let's see, did he mean that I have to, do I have to leave and come back for this to work? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and leave. guess we need to... I know. We need to, you have to use the book to convince him that it's safe. But we do know that when a second person uses the book, the person who was originally trapped in it pops out again. So, it is an okay thing to do. I guess we wouldn't necessarily know that, but you know that if you've played Myst. If you played the first game, you know that prison books work that way. Assuming you saw one of the bad endings in Myst. So, let's ring the doorbell again. Incidentally, if you keep calling him and keep refusing to touch the book, he eventually just gets pissed off and shoots you. I'm not going to be showing off all the bad endings because there's a bunch of them and they're pretty samey.
I'm relieved you've returned.
But,
I thought perhaps you had decided against it.
No, I'm, you know. I was hesitant at first, but I changed my mind. I'm totally into the idea now. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Here.
It's totally
I
safe.
shall follow you directly.
Okay. This actually is an interesting glitch in the canon because I believe the books don't work with gloves on. But maybe they do. So, tricked! Got you now, right where we want you. It seems that in the intervening years, Atris has stepped up his prison book game. It used to be you could see the person that was trapped in it, but now it only shows the fake destination. So we have got Gen trapped in his book, in our book, in Atris's book. Let's have a look around his. Study here. This is, I guess, one of his blank ones that he's been manufacturing. We got his salamander pipe, and I don't know if this is to fill it or to light it. Could be either. What else? We got glass of wine with a bone in it, like you do. Some red Kool-Aid. I guess this is a pen washer. And this is his little beetle-shaped ink pot, which I love. The recent 25th anniversary Kickstarter had actual like brass versions of this as one of the higher level pledges, and I got one because I couldn't not, and it's fucking awesome. I love this thing. Let's see, what else is there to see in here? Got his generator to make his books work. Let's check that in a second. Let's see, what is that? Oh, need that. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to go outside and explore his little age here, although I guess there wouldn't be much to see. Let's go down to his bedroom. We got a sink. Ooh. Fancy. Although it seems like you don't get much water. You'd have to hold it down with one hand. And... okay. Weird. This.
¿Quieren Natsu? ¿Shima? Shorate. Mata neta. Tagamem. San Botegan Shem. Fasi.
I can only assume that's Rivenese for "Help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope." We got some portraits here. I don't know who this is. I guess it could be Gen's father, whose name was also Atris, although it was spelled differently. Although he seems older in this picture than would be correct. So I don't know who this is. Tugen something and this appears to be English, but at this resolution I can't read it. So, curious. We got the ultimate in-pocket watch globe calculators. I love that thing. That is awesome. His diary. So I'm just gonna click through this as usual. You can pause if you want to read it. The general upshot is that Gen is not nearly as kindly as he had claimed to us a moment ago. There's a lot of racism in this diary, and frustration, and more racism. Oh, and a note that when he was a kid, he was in the Denis Bookmakers Guild, which explains why he knew how to make the books and everything, which is cool. I had forgotten about that. Without their leader, they are once again powerless against me. This is a nice. I like this touch here that his writing in this section is visibly shakier than in other bits. I guess Kato was the woman in the portrait over there. I don't remember any mention of her from the novel, although I forgot a bunch of stuff from the novel, so who can say? bed with a bed plate, I guess. Alright. So, what's left? We got to, we gotta free Catherine. And she is on the one island we have not been to. Device of some sort.
Yafe Adik.
Hi!
You made it. But how'd you get past?
I'm clever.
You have to get me out of here. If Gen gets the linking book to Dunny, he'll kill Atris.
Already taken care of.
Gen's people may be watching us. The combination to the elevator is somewhere in Gen's office. Be careful. Go then. If you won't help me, then I have nothing more to say.
Alrighty. You know, it's, I would have to go back and rewatch the first video to confirm this, but from her braids, I think the Moiety rebel that darted the guard and freed us in the very beginning of the game might actually have been her. I guess it's also possible that it was just the same actress playing a different character, but I feel like they wouldn't have had the rebel wearing the braids in that circumstance. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to the viewers. But yeah, anyway, that is my recollection. I am too lazy to go back and look. So I'm going to save us some trouble here. I don't know if it's, I don't know if you've been able to tell or not, but this is my second attempt at recording this because the encode screwed up the first time. So I already know what the combination is. If you were paying close attention to Gen's globe pocket watch on his nightstand, let's see. Swoop. bags packed? I like how
We have to move quickly.
she mugs for the
People may
camera
already
a
know
little
what's
bit
happening.
there for the
Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup.
for whoever might be watching.
Can I see the book?
Yeah, don't touch the thing though.
You did it. We're all free.
Well, let's not go sucking my dick just yet.
You're captured again. But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what I'll do once I realize he's gone. I'll have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky. It's the only way to save the Matrix. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
You've got about 5 minutes, because I already know where I'm going and how to do it. The game gives her an extremely long head start to get to the dome and leave before it gives me my mouse back. Any old time. Any old time. There we go. It's nice that the game knows to have the dome down and rotating because she's used it. Let's see. So actually, it's something that occurred to me like a few days ago when I was thinking about this, is that it's really cool that the glyphs that they use for colors can be animated in a loop like this, because that means that that you can use the in-between glyphs to represent colors other than just the 6 main, the primary and secondary colors. You can also use the in-between frames to represent like tertiary colors and so on. So like the one that looks like an eye that's yellow. If you draw the eye a little bit more closed, that would mean an orangier yellow, and if you draw it a little more open, that would be a greener yellow. Right? I just think that's a really interesting idea of that sort of language or glyph science of written language kind of issue. I don't know what that let's see. I just want to check. Yep, blue. That's the blue. Just like I said. Alright, let's get out of here. It's 20, 19, 16, 15, and 2. Like in later games, they made these skippable, which I think was a good change. Because it's cool, but alright, so where do we need to go? We need to go back to, is it this one? Okay, plainly it's not this one. Try this one. Alright, I guess we'll try this one. Okay, yeah, this is the one I wanted. This contraption really seems kind of dangerous. Like, there's a lot of... It seems like it'd be really easy to get caught in part of this as it was opening or closing. Don't think OSHA would approve of that one. Okay. Back around here. Oh, wait. Did somebody close my bridge? I don't need it anymore anyway, but... Does the game, like, cut off, like, were all the other books in Gen's office torn? Does the game cut off all my path except for this? I suppose that's possible since it's the last thing you need to do. They don't want you wandering around lost. Strikes me as a little bit artificial, though. If that is what they did. Alright, you go through here. And down here. And here we go. I believe 151. I think I showed you this before, if I recall correctly. Regardless, you might remember it from the first episode. This is like a magnifying viewer to see into the star fissure. This lets you focus the view. But, we need to open this thing. We need to tear this shit up, so how are we gonna do that? Oh. Plan is thwarted. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but click in the right place, you can find the peg that it's using to stop this from happening. Which seems like maybe that should have just been welded in. Like, I don't know why you would... I don't know why Gen would have, because presumably Gen constructed this, so I don't know why he would have left this flaw in the construction. But good thing for us, he did. Oh dear. Oh, that's a lot more powerful than I was was expecting, and it's actually surprising I'm standing here. Oh dear. That seems bad. Oh, quick! Raise the cage, pull the lever, trap him in there. Hey, buddy.
There isn't much time. Where's
Finger
Catherine?
guns.
Where's the book?
Atris!
I don't...
The villagers are safely in the Rebel Age.
That was fast.
I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of us.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
This is where our paths must part. Perhaps we'll meet again someday. You know where to find me.
Yeah, sure. Hey, don't have any more sons, okay?
Goodbye, my friend.
Yeah, see you, buddy. Good luck. Shit. What? Oh!
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure, that riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my mist book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend.
Well, safe passage
The
back
age of
to
Riven
New
is closed
Mexico, I
forever,
guess.
but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
Hey, we did it! Woo! So, I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits play out, but thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to do the whole like and subscribe and everything, and tell your friends. I don't monetize these videos because I have a real job, but please spread the word, tell people about it, because watching the viewing numbers go up is how I get validation from these things. So we will be back next week with the Myst 3 with the next game, assuming that that it works for recording it on this computer. We'll see what happens, I guess. And yeah, thanks for watching.